What's great about free flying is it can ride the line between being a sport and being an art.
The words vRW and free fly are in fact interchangeable. Relative work is the term that was first used to talk about people skydiving together in groups to have fun. The old word relative work meant you could write stuff on a piece of paper and draw little pictures on a piece of paper, and you could do that in the air. But if you looked at it from the side, it was flat or planar. Vertical relative work is different because it not only involves the levels and proximity, but it's spherical in nature.
Imagine yourself going from like this with a buddy, one of you going head down and one of you going standing, and actually being able to control, you know, the spaces between you.
I think sitting was the first thing I learned.
If you just jumped out of an airplane, you didn't know anything about it, you had a parachute on, you'd probably go butt down. You pushed your feet down a little bit and you sat up a little bit, you'd be sit flying.
I think sitting is only difficult when you're trying to sit too hard, when you really aren't just feeling it and you're trying to force the air.
When you're in the air, you're putting a lot of pressure on the bottom of your feet and on your arms too.
I create like a bunch of different wings, like my leg is a wing, my arms are wings.
Looks like I'm sitting. What I'm really doing is using my stomach muscles and my leg muscles to hold myself into the wind.
It was one of the most natural things that I've ever done.
You really got to work it a lot harder to get the spin going. I create like a bunch of different wings, like my leg is a wing, my arms are wings. I try and be really straight. I try and make my whole body real straight and like focus on a center point down here and rotate around the center point, keeping my visual there. Like there's a little dot of ground below me, it doesn't move.
Head down, it's feet up. When I leave the airplane, the most natural position is head towards the planet.
Some people, first time out, can nail a head down. And some people, it takes a while.
Head down is truly agile. Falling in a tube of air, and when you want to move then, since the falling is totally natural, I'm just falling in a tube, then to move I just push against the sides of that tube and I move.
I leverage off his foot, and from that, do a double backflip, and he catches my foot.
Head down spin is all about being centered and symmetrical and even pressure. You can generate incredible spins. So like pick a spot and mold your body where you want to go and just go there.
Over and under is where somebody goes under, somebody goes over.
In all has-to-be sports, there's a danger of running into something going way slower than you are. And corking presents that danger.
Corking is when somebody changes fall rate drastically.
Like if you had a cork underwater and let go of it, it would just shoot up to the surface.
In the air, like flying on your back is a pretty easy position to fly. pretty naturally.
It's just like a lazy man's chair. You lean back about 30 degrees and you just lay on the wing. A lot of people are real natural at it because they don't think about it.
What's nice about it is it's virtually impossible to cork if you're doing a relaxed back fly.
Backflying is a point that you can use as an in-between, or you can actually use to fly it if you're on your back doing a nice turn or a spin on your back and then have somebody else carving around you. It can be a beautiful thing. Backflying is a very versatile form of flying. By spreading yourself out wider or contracting your limbs in, you can keep a fall rate and go either very slow or very fast.
I already kind of knew the feeling of spinning on your back and knew like the dynamics of it. And I just started deflecting air and I pull in on the centrifugal force and just accelerate and get faster and faster.
Carving is a way of positioning your body to where you're like at a slide, but you're also pointing to where you have a center point. So your body goes around that point.
For me, it's like, I'm kind of like riding a wave. Just kind of lean back, starts to drive me forward, and then you kind of just slide around. You pick an object in the center and you always focus on it. Try and get as close you can to it while you go around it faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. It's an odd contrast. It's like being really relaxed and really tense at the same time.
The body pressure that I feel most torqued in a carve is from right here, the back of my neck, to right here at my hips. Your body is molded actually by the speed that you're creating.
Camera people, it's a really good way for them to keep people in frame and get all angles.
Carving is basically an extended body position which allows you to go really fast in any direction.
tracking is different than falling straight down because you're actually flying along. And there's falling straight down your belly, there's falling straight down your head, sitting, that kind of stuff. None of that even touches the realm of the skills that you need to fly across.
You're covering distance and you're covering space. Tracking can be something just beautiful, very elegant and smooth.
Because you're moving forward, you're not in each other's burble, so you can actually fly around each other that tight. There's a freeway out here, and once in a while I'll get out over the freeway and I'll track down the freeway with trucks and semis and stuff like that, and you just passing up cars. You're flying. You're not falling anymore, you're actually flying.
Big, huge planet that we're cruising towards at speeds of almost 300 miles an hour. You gotta watch out for it, and you gotta know what to do to be safe and take care of yourself.
You don't free fly well, you don't skydive well because you think clearly or rapidly. You free fly well, you skydive well because you are at one with your environment, and that you don't react fast, you react appropriately.
We're just now beginning to tap into starting to learn how you can fly your body, the different ways you can fly with other people. Like 10 years ago, they didn't even think you could fly head down. They thought it was impossible. Now look at all the people that can fly head down and what we can do when we're flying head down.
You can do whatever your mind can come up with.
But however many of us there are out there today, we're all just beginning.
Take your time, have fun with each little beautiful aspect of flying, and it's going to be there forever for you to enjoy.
Our bodies are meant for flight. Airplanes are meant to take us up, to drop us off so we can fly them around.
It's always new. It just keeps getting better.
Reflex. From its design to rigorous testing, the Reflex harness container system is built with performance, comfort, and safety in mind. The single-pin external reserve pilot chute offers the fastest reserve deployment available today. The innovative Catapult secondary reserve pilot chute is drawn from real-world experience with the sole purpose of providing an edge of reliability in event of reserve horseshoe malfunction. Now that's a Reflex.